Academia.
Hello and welcome to episode 120 of the My Hero Academia podcast. I kind of want to say like 221, but we're not that far yet. But today there is no new chapter this week, but we do have a little bit of it. We do have a new chapter of Vigilantes, so we're going to talk about that. But before that, we have a guest with us today. Sandra, say hi.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't give you a lot of warning there, but we're glad to have you on again. You're our Vigilantes expert.
I have read it, yes.
That's all we need. It's a rarity these days, apparently. And as per usual, James is also with us. Say hi.
Hello.
Yay. And I think
I also have read it.
Yay. And I'm Kendra. I've read it as well. But before we hop into Vigilantes, we have like a little bit of news. Mainly that there is a digital sale for Vigilantes and for Smash. And basically, it's usually $6.99. Now it's $4.99. So buy it while you can. I have not read like any of the Smash. I think it's also in the vault. Smash is definitely in the vault. I just need to actually like read it. Have any of you guys read Smash? Oh, yeah.
I'm the Smash expert, actually, more than Vigilantes.
Oh. Is it good? The only one I really know is the one where Ochako and Bakugo like talk and she's like, why are you like afraid of Deku? Or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's good depending on your humor. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, you only have to really read a few just to get the vibe. I really like the stuff that covers like Bakugo's kidnapping. They like play board games and stuff and then just end up letting Bakugo go, and it's just hilarious.
Awesome. I definitely need to check it out. And I think do we have the first light novel for the My Hero Academia?
Briefs, or are you talking about?
We have all four.
Oh, we have all four. I also need to read those. I will give you all of my money. I promise, Viz. I will.
There's also that one that takes place between holidays before everything goes to shit in the main series. I don't remember what it's called, but that's supposed to come out soon in Japan.
Oh, I think it's out, the light novel, because it's the one where it's like the new year or something.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It just came out. Nice. And so there's a lot to read in this off week, but we have a little bit more news, some stuff that you might be hanging on your wall next year.
Yes, if you missed your chance earlier, but now the Jump Shop 2021 wall calendar is back in stock for My Hero Academia. And it says the calendar will have 7 pages of beautiful color spreads.
Oh, it's the one where it has like the months share they are like it's one picture is per 2 months basically.
Yes.
And for some really odd choice, Ochako is blonde.
It's really weird. It looks like a variant cover.
I guess, and those are kind of cool to see in the comics. So I think that's what they're going for. It's just everyone else is not a variant cover.
Yeah, I really want to get this one just because it has my favorite color spread, which is the one where they're like backstage.
Oh, is that the one that you got the towel of?
Yeah.
Nice. Cause yeah, it's 2 color spreads, and then it's like a mishmash of stuff that's on the back of volumes, like the Hawks with some cool watches, Mirko, really dramatic, All Might. And there's one that's like, that feels like it's the anime rather than the manga. But oh well. It looks cool. I've already bought a 2021 calendar already, so I don't think I need another one, but it is very cool.
Yep.
But I think that's all of the news, or at least everything that we're going to cover this week. But we also will be addressing an email after we talk about Vigilantes, so let's jump right in to Vigilantes chapters 83 to 85.
This is My Hero Academia.
We finally kind of reached the end of the save pop step arc. And it was maybe like kind of anticlimactic, but still like pretty climactic.
Yeah, I was trying to open it up to see again, but
mhm.
I was like, Endeavor's scary in this chapter though.
Endeavor is mainly just mad he's wearing an All Might hoodie, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Also,
yeah.
let's see, this is where O'Clock 2, which I think is the worst freaking name ever.
It should have been 2:00.
Yes, I don't know what. But yeah, I believe that's where he gets burned up. That's pretty crazy as well.
Yeah, I guess like Endeavor just had no idea he was there. And also, this is the first time that we've seen Koichi basically fly. Like he creates a contact point in the
Why
air.
is everybody flying now? They fly now?
Honestly, pretty much. And I do wonder, like, yeah.
His name's the Crawler, but now he's flying. Which I thought was funny.
He's the fly.
The Crawler's flying. He's not, so like Crawler is very opposite of flying. Like he's not crawling on the ground anymore.
Oh, he's evolved.
Up in the air.
Did you evolve into Flyman? Or it's more like jumping style. Falling style.
It's more like a shuttle launch. Just that contrail going straight up in the sky from a rocket.
Oh yeah, it's like the Fast and the Furious 10 or whatever, whichever one's going to space.
I have no idea.
That'd be number 9.
Oh, I have no idea what number we're on. I think so. I guess the most recent one is 7 then.
8. I'm just admitting that I watched the series.
But I guess like it's really cool use of kind of like the spreads. I guess my one complaint is it this chapter where we get the Midnight helping out, or I think it might be next chapter. I think it's next chapter. Did we have any other, or Sandra, did you have any other thoughts on this chapter? Or like rough thoughts on 83? I know you didn't get a chance to read it beforehand, sorry.
Yeah, well, just it really it ended, on a really touching point, It was kind of like, Vigilantes really bring out the feels like the main series does too much with me, but that one got me. It's like,
because like he did save the girl, because there's always like, I think the song a few chapters ago, it's like, and you reach out but you fall short, and like he got her, he reached her, like I don't know, but now they're falling to their deaths.
Yeah.
And James, any thoughts?
I just posted it in the chat there. That's just what reminds me of the human fly from The Simpsons.
Nice.
Like, pay attention to me.
Oh, that guy. He stayed up all night, guy in his underwear, that guy.
Yep.
Nice. I just think of the fly ride at, I guess that might be, and it's very jerky. But that might be, basically Endeavor mad, he tries to burn everybody. He only successfully burns the guy who's pretending to be a hero. He's trying to burn the guy who's actually a hero vigilante.
Yep.
Great job. What happens next? Diddle-a-doo. Oh no, wait. What chapter? 84.
84.
Yeah, sorry, I got confused. I would say I was a little sad with Midnight. I wish the moment when it's like hold your breath for 20 seconds, it passed really fast. So I wish that they'd like had like a panel, like I guess there is a panel of her holding her, but I wish there'd been like another one, I guess.
Yeah, I will say that the first panel on the first page of 84, she looks like Carmen Sandiego with the hat on.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And also, like, you mentioned the jet trail, but the way he is kind of, like, launching himself to fall slower, it kind of looks like a constellation, like how you connect the dots, so it's like...
Oh no, it's the 7 points. It's the Fist of the North Star. It almost looks like the Dipper, that's why.
Oh yeah, I was thinking, like, lightning bolt or something. But he
Well,
lands.
it looks like the Little Dipper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
the little
The
crow.
Little Dipper rather than the Big Dipper.
But he lands right on target, and I just want to say I don't remember his name, but I really like the Hiroshima lightweight man, spiky hair man.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember their names, even though they're probably mentioned in this chapter.
I think next chapter maybe, but like also just a Midnight really standing up, and also like standing up or stepping up and then standing up to Endeavor. And it kind of makes me love her, especially even more from like what's happening in My Hero right now and her kind of questionable fate.
Mm-hmm.
Or Sandra, you're up to date, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, wait, am I spoiling people? Because I know you do read-throughs of the volumes, but you're caught up. Endeavor is mad. And I appreciate that Midnight like knew that she basically had to lie to him. Like she's like, okay, he will not listen to reason. But I've talked a lot. Sandra, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of an okay chapter. I guess I don't have any special thoughts. Like, I mean, number 6 and 7 at the end all kind of Two-Face like and really grody, but so he's kind of scary. And yeah, Endeavor's a jerk. Like, it's kind of interesting comparing Vigilantes to the series and how Endeavor is portrayed. And like, I mean, he's definitely the bad guy in this series, and I mean, he was the bad guy at the very start of My Hero because Twitter hated him and all that for good reason. But then, like, so this is just kind of the stuff beforehand. So we got more of bad guy Endeavor, and you have to remember, like, oh yeah, remember when Endeavor was a bad guy? But and anyway, it's just a little interesting because it's maybe you can't. I have this bad habit of being highly skeptical of spin-offs. I'm like, there's no way this is canon, man, that kind of stuff. But I'm like, are they overplaying Endeavor's evilness a little too much here? But it's actually pretty good, when I think about it.
I would say like him burning like who's supposed to be a hero feels off to me because I feel like Endeavor would be more aware of his flames. And I guess I wonder about like O'Clock kind of blaming Koichi instead of blaming Endeavor is interesting to me. But I guess he's kind of snapped a bit mentally if he hadn't already snapped.
Yeah. So I did think it was funny. It wasn't in these chapters, but when he was first starting to fight and he was like manipulating his flames like a bender or something. And I'm like, I don't think that's how ours work. But maybe it just looks like that. But I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I guess like he can kind of produce them. And like I guess he kind of shapes them when he does his like really cool attacks. But mainly, yeah. Oh no, he needs hawks to shape things. So like, yeah, maybe he has less control than I'm giving him too much credit.
He was just like, when he put out his fire, he like closed his fist or whatever. And I'm like, stop pretending you have telekinetic powers. You just stop fueling the fire and it went out.
Yeah, or
pyrokinetic. That's what I mean.
He had to use like a water pipe to turn himself off. To calm down, and he's like, angsty. It's like it's weird, really weird seeing his face without being on fire. It's like, wait, who is that man?
He looks too normal.
Yeah, he's too normal. And James, I didn't ask yet, but what are your thoughts on the chapter?
I'll say first off, Endeavor does have Fire Nation energy right now.
Zuko energy.
Yeah.
And also, that's me to Zuko. Ozai energy.
Yeah. I didn't notice the pipe burst at first because I like saw that he thought he saw the crawler. But I thought that was pretty neat. 6 is just creepy. His like
Sorry.
there's like a parallel of like the Two-Face thing that was mentioned earlier. It just looks creepy.
And I guess I wonder what his 6 quirks are, because he has o'clock, or sorry, he has the speed one, o'clock, and then he has regenerations. Maybe he has a few rendered regenerations. I thought for a bit, because there's the text one saying, "Oh, you're all burned. Did Endeavor Fire get you?" I think that's Koichi talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like 6. I thought it was o'clock talking to himself, like kind of doing both sides of the conversation, which I feel like he's done before a little bit, where he's said stuff. So I was like, was he a very low level precognition or something? But I don't know. I'm just curious what his other quirks are. And I don't know. It's like, you ruined my dream. It's like, your dream was really poorly planned out. Like, it's not Koichi's fault. Koichi didn't do anything. You like jumped into fire on your own.
He inserted himself into the situation.
Mm-hmm. His name should be 6 o'clock, because 6 and o'clock are confusing. And I think he was like a manager for really, I feel like he had to have like killed the original manager, because like, I need to reread and like note every time the manager's on screen.
Oh yeah. Also, is that the dash quirk he's using towards the end? Because he's like slaps the ground, and then we see like electricity, and he kind of like whooshes like Sonic.
I don't know why he made a circle.
He did like a 360 and just like noped out of there.
Like, this is important.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to do a donut.
I wonder if, like, because that kind of looks like Koichi's contact points, and also, like, the lightning does make me think of Deku's full cowling a little. So it's probably him using he's using o'clock, maybe, and also a strength one.
I don't know. It's very odd, and, like, I don't know if those are streak marks from blood or not, but it just reminds me too much of Koichi's work, so I was kind of curious about that.
Follow the trail of blood. Oh, and Koichi follows Deku's tradition of never wearing the hood part up. And he has some weird sunglasses.
Oh.
I think the only time he wore it up was whenever the blast from behind him hit it and it put his hood forward.
For dramatic lighting. But I really want to say, I think like the stars of this chapter are Midnight and Spiky Hair Man, whose name we'll be reminded of next chapter. Because he talks to All Might's best friend. That is his name. Don't at me. But I just love that these, like, random goons who were in, like, the first chapter have come back and, like, keep coming back. It just makes me happy. So it's, like, a mix of old and new. 6 is scary looking, because now he has, like, a lightning bolt scar as well. And I'm like, okay. He really likes that constellation thing. And let's see, 85. But I just want to say my favorite character is kind of Lizard Man, because he like keeps like at one point he turns around and like does like a goofy face. I also like don't really understand why like the group isn't being more open with the cops, and it's like, why don't you guys do your jobs? And it's like, I guess like you can aim that at Endeavor, because Endeavor handled that like. I don't know. It's interesting to read now, because I guess like, but I'm trying to think of it in like the indie universe. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but.
I was gonna say Endeavor just felt more destructive in these chapters than recently.
And also like just a reminder that like O'Clock killed heroes. Like he shot them and they died apparently.
Oh yeah, at least 3, I think.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that what was O'Clock's hero name? Rock or Blam or something?
Oh shoot. I forgot.
Oh.
He's probably listed as dead.
Like it was Rock something.
I'm Googling as we speak. Oh wait, I don't want to see Knuckle Duster. Oh, because he was the former O'Clock. This is it. Oh my god, this is getting like actual Marvel when there's like different O'Clocks and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to look up number 6's. Yes, it was Rock. It was just plain Rock. So, and he already had. I guess he had the scar beforehand. Oh well.
He does not know how to pick hero names. That's all I know.
Yeah, like your name was just Rock. It's just boring.
You meant o'clock too, and when literally 2 o'clock was right there.
Yeah.
I am never letting that go.
No, he's actually a villain.
Yeah, so that's why you can't. If you're a villain, you can't have a good hero name. Yeah, Shigaraki doesn't have a villain name. He's just Shigaraki. He needs to be like Dustman. No, I should not be allowed to pick hero names.
I say Dust Boy.
Dust Boy. No, we already got too close to Gus Boy, the real main character. I appreciate that there are like special hospitals for people who have like supervillains after them. I do wish we'd maybe seen a bit more of Pop Step's mom. She's kind of just like a faceless figure.
I thought that was Pop Step at first with her hair down. Whenever I first read it.
And I kind of wish, like, I guess Pop's unconscious, but like I wanted to see more of her. I like don't get the point of the like cover up your old socks with new socks, so just cover up. I guess
that
saying,
was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, what is this talk about socks? Just get a new pair.
I guess it's just kind of like you cover. It's covering up the holes in society.
Yeah.
And so then like it's extra protection. So then like it's less likely to. I don't know.
I don't like his analogy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I was a little worried at first, but it's like when the police system fails or whatever, that's a hole in the sock, and then getting a group of vigilantes together, or it's like there's a whole other system for controlling crime, and that's like vigilantism. That's like, so the whole other system is another sock, and that covers the sock. Even though vigilantism and cops don't actually work well together, it like gets the job done or something. It's not pretty though.
Oh,
like
I think that makes sense. I was imagining like duct tape, like it's kind of, or I think it being more of a temporary fix or something. But it's,
I think it's just a subliminal message to get you to buy more socks.
I do have some My Hero socks, so it's working. And I think, James, you spotted a certain character in this chapter.
Yes, there's the cat character that's typing away. They're working hard.
Sasha, I think is their name.
I can't remember their name, but I just know that they're there.
It's Sansa.
Yeah, Sansa. Okay. I was close. Yay. And they actually like stand up a little bit when like the conversation gets heated.
Yeah.
But okay, wait, it's very important. We need to learn what the name of best spiky hair is.
Got me.
I think it started with an M.
It's Suga Kukisaki.
Oh, okay.
I will not remember. So, okay, I'll remember Soga. Soga. Soga?
S for spiky.
Yes, S for spiky. Perfect.
I thought Soga was one of the other people, so that's what caught me, I guess.
Okay, let's double. I'm gonna. Oh my god, I'm like trying to Google and I forget how to spell it. What? He has blue hair.
What?
I just thought he was a redhead. I think that's just My Hero.
My Kirishima.
My Kirishima bias is showing. But he has blue hair. That just feels wrong. No, I'm erasing this from my memory. There, it's gone. I do wonder how much dealing that Knuckle Duster had with this other cop. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. How did I forget about the other cop?
I don't know. He's weird because he doesn't really do anything. He just.
I don't like his smile or his smirk. It bothers me.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a dirty cop or something. Yeah, he's always smirking, like in almost every panel.
I don't like it.
He's up to something. He's 6 o'clock. He's 6.
Oh no.
Everyone is 6 until proven otherwise, because we don't know what his other quirks are. But I forget, Sandra or James, don't want to say anything about this chapter? I don't know if I actually did that yet. James.
Yeah, well, just
No, go ahead, Sandra. Yeah.
that other cop. Okay. I just thought it was because he's like the good cop. So like Scout, she was like, let's just be friends.
Mhm.
I think that's funny. And then what's his name? Miyagi, the newscaster guy with the horns.
Oh
Yeah. He's reporting about how, Endeavor's severe actions are all controversial and stuff. And that's kind of how we found out about Endeavor in the first place, was in that Twice chapter back in volume 13, where he was talking about Endeavor being the new #1 hero, and he has a sketchy trap and taking things. So this is kind of maybe a callback or a repeat or something like that.
yeah. Or kind of like just a reminder, like he was always this is what like he really used to be like, or kind of like more background on it. It's cool. It's kind of, I guess, consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been interesting if the horn guy had still had both horns or something in this in like this technically a flashback series.
Oh, yeah. That would have been funny.
That's the new spin-off.
Yeah, go further. We need to go further back.
I hope there is a flashback in the main series where we go far back enough that he has both horns. That would be like, I would feel complete.
And we get like a little bit of a flashback kind of to like the earlier troubles he had. And it's an interesting shot that it's Endeavor when talking about like the heat of the moment. But I don't know. But James, sorry, what were your thoughts on the chapter, or any other spots you wanted to highlight?
I will say, before we did get to the part where we find out that Koichi is like on top of the hospital, just like living there, I was like, why does he look like he's under a huge amount of stress? Like he looks like he needs a bath. And I was like, what is up with him? And then it's like, oh, he's living on top of the hospital roof right now. The camera guy was super obvious, like, or the news guy or whatever he was that had the camera in his toolbox. I'm like, you just look too shady. Come on now.
And I guess, like, I wonder how good is their plan that they're just like, what's the point of catching the villains a little bit outside the hospital than inside the hospital?
Yeah, they made their own security outside the actual security.
But I guess it gives the other people a little bit more time, and like, also, how good is security that Koichi can live on top of the hospital?
I don't know. I guess they just didn't bother to check. I wonder if 6 does come to the hospital, or if he just still bides his time after like Pop Step is healed.
That's kind of the interesting. He seemed like he's probably gonna take time to heal, depending how fast it is. That's why I wonder if this will be kind of a new arc, or if it's kind of just a continuation of the other one. It's kind of interesting to see kind of the aftermath, where there's no recovery girl apparently doesn't come to heal random villains.
She's under contract.
Yeah, she's like, nah.
I will say that it does feel like it might go into a new arc. That's the feeling I have. Like, we may get that they like Pop Step is healed and stuff. We just haven't heard from 6 yet. Biding his time.
I'm just thinking of that chapter when it showed like the different possible futures, and I'm like, come on, give me one of them, or it's gonna be none of them, and that they don't see each other again. Like, I wonder if Pop will like talk to. I really want to see Pop and Koichi talking to each other again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It'll get there.
Yeah. 6 can go away. Just never come back. He can just run away. I know he wants vengeance, but I don't care. Just let my babies be happy. Just become a shoujo manga. That's all I ask. Oh, I just realized that All Might's best friend is doing like a Superman pose almost. Or is that a Superman pose when you clutch your tie? Yeah.
Well, only if it results in you ripping off your tie.
Yes.
I'm like, watch.
Like All Might did.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. I'm trying to think. We don't actually know his quirk yet. We know his sister has lie detector, basically. So he probably has something similar, or he's quirkless. But he hasn't like touched anybody's face and been like, "Tell me the truth."
Maybe he keeps it. He has to keep it hidden. That's just like. I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's something like really like useless, like bendy fingers.
I used to think like that he would be quirkless.
Mhm.
He
Honestly, I kind of think so because it's kind of
that he
like
kind of did. Yeah.
how All Might told like
Because you know how. Yeah. You're going where I'm going.
yeah. But finish your thought.
Yeah, just how, All Might's like, well, if you're quirkless, you can always join the police.
Mhm.
And like, so I just kind of wondered how many quirkless police officers might there be? Like, they're like, well, I can't be a hero. Maybe I'll be, somehow that'll be helpful.
I think so, and I think that would be nice. He's kind of like relating to his All Might, kind of being like, my friend does it, so you can too.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
weird
exactly.
because the heroes don't have arresting authority or transportation authority to like transport the like criminal, but they ride along too. This is so confusing.
The My Hero like justice system is really weird, and like borderline doesn't make sense, and would be really scary in the real world. Cause like, what garners a hero being called?
Yeah, and it's like really different from like Marvel or DC because usually they'll just like leave the villains tied up or handcuffed and the cops will just find them.
Mm-hmm.
And here they just work with the cops. Even though like you could probably just merge the organization as one and not have to do all this bureaucratic BS, but
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of like, what's the difference between the heroes and the vigilantes? I guess it's just kind of like, do heroes even really follow rules? I guess like
I mean, we
like,
see Midnight and Aizawa just kind of like let Koichi be instead of trying to like get him to.
I guess I'm thinking of like the Overhaul arc, and they were doing spying and shit. But I think they had to get did they have to get a warrant for Overhaul?
Oh, that's interesting.
They got a warrant when they invaded.
Yeah.
They actually specifically mentioned that. But as far as their surveillance, I mean, that's like private eye stuff. Like private eyes, they don't get warrants and things. They just do things. I don't know.
I seriously want a data book explaining all this.
I guess I'm thinking of like fruit from a poison tree, which is a legal metaphor when it's evidence obtained illegally. I don't know if that's just a States thing. Oh, it's also similar in Europe. I don't know if they have it in Japan. I don't know. I do not know enough about politics or the law to speak about this. I don't know. But I guess it's just interesting. It's something that I kind of wish the series would delve a little more into. I do wonder, like, will this end with Koichi still able to be a vigilante and like kind of the or a hero? Like he's kind of like, because once you're accepted, you're no longer a vigilante. Like he's like, I don't know. It's a very thin line.
Yeah. Once you're licensed, you're no longer a vigilante.
Pretty much.
So
I think
it's either he'll get licensed or he won't. Yeah.
I think All Might's best friend's sister's name's Makoto or something, right?
Yeah, Makoto.
She kind of talks a little bit about that, where she's kind of doing her paper on early heroes or something, and like different heroes and vigilantes as it started out. And I think that would be an interesting point to kind of come back up again, because she's now like a manager for Captain Celebrity.
Yeah, definitely.
But overall, it's a good chapters. I guess like I almost feel like it ended too suddenly. Like the Koichi like basically just ran away and won, which I think is really cool. But I'm also just like, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, now a waiting game to see if O'Clock does anything. I really want Knuckle Duster to come back.
Yeah, me too.
I think we all do.
Yeah, I just miss him. Like, because they mentioned him this chapter, and I was like, yes, where is the old man? Give him to me. Bring him forth. But, I don't know. Any other thoughts on these chapters as a whole?
I just feel that we're probably going to head into a new arc. That's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Ooh, I wonder if maybe Pop Step her like real identity will be exposed, and maybe she'll like. I wonder if it'll help her popularity if she's more like controversial idol, and she'll go like completely straight legally, or jail time. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of think it'll stay a secret. Like, she won't be outed as the girl. But
who knows? But we do have a few emails, so I'm going to scroll up so I can find them. The first one we got is from Alexandra, and she's saying, originally I started writing this email as I was listening to all your different theories on last week's episode 119. We're actually answering it on time. I was going to share my own theories with you, but suddenly I can't remember any of what I wanted to say. I got distracted because, oh my god, yes please, do an episode in Spanish. Comma, insert. Kendra does not have even conversational level Spanish. Uninsert. That would be so amazing. I'm not totally fluent myself. Hablo Spanglish, which I think is
same.
Yeah. James, can you read that?
Yeah, I just gotta find it again. I saw it up here.
Especialmente.
Let me see. Oh, ve más allá plus ultra. That means go beyond plus ultra. Although I think ves más allá might not be the. You could probably.
Oh no, you're too close to the end. Further up.
Oops. Why am I trying to scroll on an image here? I'm trying to see. Oh, más específicamente. So more specifically.
Oh, hablo Tex-Mex, which means like a mix of Spanish and English, or
yes.
Okay. Jaja, which I'm guessing is LOL in Spanish.
Yeah, it's haha, because J in Spanish has a ha sound.
Oh, but seriously, I'm very sorry, Alexandra, for butchering that. But seriously, I think it's such a fun idea. The official Spanish translation of the manga is available on Manga Plus, and the first 3 chapters are free. Maybe you could review one of the first chapters in Spanish. You could give Kendra some practice reading in Spanish. I need to get better. I've been like slow on Duolingo because I'm trying to learn Japanese at the same time, and the app doesn't make me try to speak Japanese, but it makes me try to say Spanish out loud, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm butchering this language. But anyways, help your vocabulary since you already have an idea of what characters would be saying. Of course, no pressure. I just want to let you all know that at least one of your listeners would enjoy a Spanish episode if you decided to do one. Sandra, do you speak any Spanish? Will you try to be on our Spanish episode?
No, I did take like 4 years in junior high and high school, but after Latin and Greek and Japanese, that all just kind of got buried.
But I'm impressed though. That's more languages than I ever learned. Like honestly, yeah. And she says, thanks for all you do, and remember to Vasne plus ultra. And then they said a P.S. I remember that one of the things I wanted to say. It's been bugging me that Dobby brought along Skeptic with them. It seems so random, but then I remembered Dobby telling Hawks that with Twice around, his dream has a way better chance of coming true. Do you think Dobby brought Skeptic to replace Twice since their quirks are similar? What's his plan? Who do you think he wants Skeptic to clone? Himself? Tomura. Would love to know your thoughts. I'm gonna say an out there thing and say he wants him to clone. Oh my god, creepy man. What's his name?
Stain.
Stain. Yeah, thank you. These are like Spinner has like replaced Stain in my mind for their appearance because Spinner dresses like Stain. So I'm like, wait, he's not actually a lizard man. But I gotta say Stain because he wants to like create his dream. So like the way to create his dream is have a lot of stains. I don't know.
That's an interesting thought.
It's probably not
Yeah.
right, but maybe Shigaraki because then I think though I don't think the copies that Skeptic makes have the quirks, so I don't think it's a person then. I don't know. Maybe to copy information because he's too cheap to buy a printer.
Printer ink is expensive.
Yeah, so like showing like something to show if he is Toya, that he wants to do something to like I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Sandra first.
Yeah. Well, so Skeptic's quirk, he just turns large objects into people-shaped goons, or and he can shape those into specific people like he did with Twice. So he'd either want that to have like a mob of people that aren't really people for some reason. Or like you were saying with trying to disseminate information, like maybe he's like gonna go public about being Endeavor's son or something in front of somebody who can disseminate around the world and make it go viral right away, kind of a thing, or I don't know.
And he can command.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or James, what are your thoughts? Predictions?
I honestly kind of think about that just Dobby just brought Skeptic along to replace Twice.
But why? Like, what do you think he's gonna make?
I have no idea. That's the let me see. I don't know, but all I know it's gonna be fridge sized.
Yeah, that's or maybe he wants him for something else that he like needs him. Like he needs part of the more of the like Meta Liberation Front's heads to like make sure that he's listened to or something. I don't know.
I don't know. That's really like up in the air.
Oh, maybe we'll find out next week. Who knows? I'm trying to think. Maybe Dabby can pretend to kill someone then using him. If you get a look-alike and then you burn that. So faking a death?
That's a good angle.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think like Dobby doesn't have a problem killing people. He does. He's like, it makes me so sad. And they just stop killing people. Like, because he was like kind of killing people who wanted to join the league who didn't go up to his standards, and then he killed. Someone just, or Sandra, was it you who just did a thread about this? Or it might have been someone else on Twitter.
Fletch?
Yeah, I think Fletch, yes. One sec, I'm gonna look up their at so I can properly credit them. Fletch is awesome. I don't know if does Fletch listen? Hi, Fletch. At Hero Fletch did a thread about that Sandman. I forgot his Snatch. I think I said it already, but I wonder there if like Dobby wants to fake it. Oh, I don't know if okay, this is crazy thoughts, but if Skeptic makes a body, but he makes Dobby how Dobby used to be, and then like let's say that Dobby has someone who can switch bodies or something, so then he could take that form and like I don't know. This is just gibberish. I don't know. It's gonna be tricky, whatever happens. I am kind of the contrarian that I kind of just don't want Dobby to be Toya. But I don't have there's too much evidence that he's Toya. So like he has to be Toya.
Yeah, when he had his interaction with Hawks and revealed that he knew his name, that made me think, oh, this is maybe he's not Toya. Or maybe he is, but he's just more than Toya, if that makes sense. There's something else going on with him other than I'm Endeavor's dead son. But
Like the kind of thing that made Hawks a hero. I wonder if there's something more to that, where like he knows about that. Where I think someone's put forward a theory that maybe he's like a child of that as well. So, because if Hawks hears Toya, he's not gonna know who that is at that name unless you say Toya Todoroki. So it needs to be a name that Hawks would know. So I don't know. There's some sneaky stuff going on there. We'll find out eventually. Maybe honestly, if we never find out, I would like it as well. Because like unanswered questions. Sometimes unanswered questions annoy me, but I don't know.
yeah.
And I just posted the other email because I posted the wrong button before. This is from EndX Eternal saying, I just recently started listening to the podcast whenever I started my new job a couple weeks ago, and I started at episode 1, and I've listened to the start of the war arc. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Like, the early episodes maybe are at the best, so I appreciate it. But I have a bit of a theory for you guys on what's to come in the series. So with the way 283 ended, and this email being written 284, before 284 comes out, I feel like Deku unlocking Float and saying he'll beat Shiggy is classic misdirection from Horikoshi. I feel like the heroes at the end of the day will fail to beat Shiggy, and TPLF, I like that shortification, Top Loaf, that's what we're calling them now, causing all the heroes in Japan to go into hiding while Deku goes overseas to train to become stronger, which is kind of like All Might went to the US. And 2 years later, when he's either 17 or 18, come back to Japan, he can find it completely lawless, swarming with villains. He goes into hiding for a bit when he runs into Koichi and Kazuho, aka Crawler and Popstep. Thank you, I forgot Popstep's name, even though like we just saw it in the chapters we were talking about, doing vigilante work in the shadows. I just thought I would share this theory with you guys. I don't really have anyone else talk about MHA with, so this theory was one I've been sitting on for a while. And if you ever need to guess, we'd love to come on. So we'll see. Yay, stay well and safe out there. And that goes to everybody. Stay safe out there. I know it's rough. But what are your guys' thoughts on the theory? I don't know who wants to go first. Hit your buzzers.
It reminds me of the Trunks future theory, like where it's basically an apocalyptic world where that was left after the Z fighters died. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. But I'm into that idea. I like it.
I really like the addition of kind of going overseas. I don't know. It sounds cool. I'm just kind of... It really makes me think of Harry Potter too much, maybe a little bit. I don't want Deku to, like, camp. And, like, the hiding out part is the bit where I'm like, eh. But I do feel like there does need to be some time passing. I just don't know... I think there's something needs to happen with Shigaraki and the original All for One. Like... Because right now, it feels more like All for One is kind of building Shigaraki up to, like, or I guess maybe it's more of a theory you said on the podcast that maybe All for One wants to, like, replace himself into Shigaraki completely or something. I don't know. I feel like there's just, like, I don't know what Shigaraki wants. I guess, like, well, I think that's kind of been the point of the last few chapters as well, is that Shigaraki just, like, your system's bad. So, like, it's flawed and, like, you don't save people and stuff like that. So I guess the point is to find out him, like, he's still figuring out that. I don't know. Sorry, I can't really put it coherently, but I like the idea. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Okay, maybe change the question. Who will die? Or does anyone, or sorry, before that, does anyone else have any thoughts on that, on the theory?
Think it's about as good as anything else. Like, I mean, especially far in the future, I mean, it's hard to say. It's easier to say in the next couple chapters what's going to happen, but what direction it's going, it's hard, at least for me to say. But I kind of think, like, because after this, I think there's going to be a serious heroes shortage. I mean, there already was one, which is why they were recruiting high schoolers. But now, like, so many pros have been like leveled. Like, I mean, I don't know what the death toll's gonna be really, like if it's gonna turn actually not to be too big a deal.
Yeah.
But I think they're just gonna have to rely on the kids more, like even more than they were, like to the point where I'm like, are they gonna be able to like keep having school, you know?
I do wonder if maybe like it won't be lawless, but just like the heroes won't be allowed to cooperate with the police anymore or something, and kind of having to refigure out that structure. Because I feel like after Gigantomachia potentially rampages through a lot of cities, is gonna majorly hurt people's trust in heroes. On top of potentially any Dabi Endeavor reveals, or also just Shigaraki like kind of trying to get the message out about like heroes maybe not saving people as they should. So I don't know. I wonder if you'll kind of like if Deku will kind of have to struggle with being a vigilante and like what it means to be a hero, or it'll just be him training to get strong so he can punch Shigaraki in the face really hard because this is Shonen Jump. But not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know. I'm just kind of like I'm very curious about what direction my hero will go because it feels really, really endgamey.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of felt like that for me with the All for One fight, you know. But I mean, it goes on.
Yeah.
So I kind of do wonder if this is like Deku's moment where he's gonna, you know, like how he promised All Might that he's gonna tell the world that he's here. I'm like, is this his I'm here moment? Are the news vids gonna pick this up and go, you know, here's somebody who saved the day after you know, the city got leveled. I mean, I don't know that he's gonna like completely save the day, but he's, you know, kind of one of the last people standing and fighting, so
I do like the idea. Like, I think we've seen that female reporter a lot, so I really want her to come by in a helicopter. I think we've maybe already seen helicopter people. It just wasn't her. But just being like, oh, zoom in, who's this hero? And like, and also revealing Bakugo's hero name, and they have to be like a duo against their wishes. But who knows?
Like they go on all the talk shows together because they're people.
It just sort of makes me think of when I think it was like kind of the mock talk show when Todoroki and Bakugo were like on the mock talk show, and then Bakugo's like, we're not friends, and Todoroki's like, we are friends. So it's kind of like similar dynamic there. Make them go on Quirk Oprah, Quirk Ellen. I'm trying to think, or I don't know, The Daily Show. There's one. Go on The Daily Show. Yeah, I want to see the talk. What do you call them? Late night talk show hosts, Quirk Edition.
That'd be good.
Like a quirk-filled monologue, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Make jokes about society.
Or at least it's not on, but I feel like stand-up comedy would be interesting in this quirk society, because like I wonder if like you kind of have like specific jokes about your quirk, but then like there might be jokes that like everyone who has like that similar quirk might have. I don't know. I'm writing the fan fiction as we speak. Typey. I'm not good enough at jokes to do it. But I think that might wrap us up. Let's see. When is the next chapter of Vigilantes?
The 20th?
25th.
Wow, it is taking a long break.
Yeah, I think they basically do
a 2-week break.
A 2-week break every time. I feel like it's longer sometimes.
I think the Vigilantes was 3-week break. I think it was really long.
Yeah.
Between chapters.
Yeah, but I know there is a new My Hero chapter on Friday, I think. So there's one coming out the 18th.
Yeah, because I just looked it up right now. It says a new chapter in 4 days.
Yay! That always surprises me. Even though they told us the date, I just kind of like didn't bother looking it up. But But
I guess I'll start reading some of the chapters in Spanish, but I have heard complaints from Spanish speakers and Spanish readers that Manga Plus's Spanish translations aren't that good.
I
But
don't
I'll go take
know.
a look.
Is Manga Plus available in? I guess if you can read, if you get Manga Plus, I get Manga Plus.
I think it is available globally, or most of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, everywhere except like Japan and China, South Korea, those kind of places.
Okay. I'm searching My Hero Academia as we speak. I don't know which one's the Spanish one.
You can, let's see, I had the app around here somewhere. And I think you also do have to pay if you want like the monthly service, you can get the back chapters, the back catalog.
Oh, I found the Spanish one. Todo el mundo. Cui cruel eres, cachas. I like they keep the suffix. Oh my god, honorifics.
Yeah.
Whatever. How much will you guys pay me to not read an episode out loud in Spanish? Because I will butcher it.
I'll say my conversational Spanish isn't that good either, but I could probably read the chapter pretty fine. I'd have to have like a script to help me out, honestly.
So we'll think about it. I don't know. It's cool to see it because I guess I don't know. Just look at Heroes. Is it the same?
Edois, I think.
Yo soy. Oh wait, that's the one. I am mountain lady. Yo soy is like I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo soy mountain lady. Yo me encargo el padre de aquí. I don't know if she's making a butt joke there or not.
I have to read it.
Maybe encargo feels like a butt joke. But this is what the people wanted. So if you don't want it, don't email us. Please don't send me angry emails in Spanish because I won't be able to understand. Sorry. But Sandra, where can we find you?
I'm on Twitter at Sandy Psyche. I'm still doing my read through. I'll start up again when volume 25 is released.
Yay. James, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at that one welder guy. I'm also I'm sorry, I was still trying to find the Spanish translation. But I also have the Kicking Stones podcast. You can follow that at Dr. Stone Pod, as well as the Weeb Jammin' podcast at Jammin' Weeb.
Nice. I'm Kendra. You can follow me on Twitter at Sniper of My Heart. And I'm also on the View from the Top, the Haikyuu podcast. I think that was the one we were originally talking about doing a Spanish episode for, but again, I will probably not be on that episode as I do not speak Spanish or enough to have any kind of conversation. And the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at MHAPod, email us at myheropod@gmail.com, weigh in, let us know were our predictions wrong or right. Are you also All Might's best friend? Let us know. Visit our website at www.mhapod.com. And I'm trying to think of a round out. All I can think of is Spanish. Don't forget to set your clocks. Go beyond.
Plus
Ultra!
This is my hero academia. This is manga news and more. Plus Ultra. Ooh, de my hero academia.